What you hear is resonating sounds of victory. For the most part, the Heat will have possession first, as Mitchell brings it across the former Sacramento King out of Baylor. Larson on the wing finds Adebayo one-on-one against Renaud. 10 on the shot clock. Adebayo with a jab step inside, couldn't convert over Renaud. Well defended, and here comes Westbrook into the front court for Sacramento. In the previous game, they ran a little wedge screen action for DeRozan to get him an opening touch and subsequent bucket. They try to hit Achua on the roll and turn it over.
Heat offensive possession.
Precious Achua, former member of the Miami Heat. He was drafted by Miami back in 2020.
Let's hope he has a game like he did against the Knicks the other night, huh?
Yeah, a little revenge factor at play. As speaking of revenge, Mitchell missing his first field goal attempt. Westbrook will walk it across. DeRozan curls the screen off Achua. There's DeRozan out top. Levine guarded by Powell. Zach with the fadeaway on the baseline, cashes out.
And I like where Zach LaVine is starting. He had a monstrous game in Miami. Season high 42 points in that first matchup in early December. And he's getting that first one to fall.
Remember what he said in wake of that 42-point night? He said, I can do that any night if they give me the damn ball enough. That is a direct quote from LaVine. Inside Adebayo with the jump hook off the mark. An 0-for-2 start for Adebayo, who has scored just 4 points last night, going 1 of 13. DeRozan going to try and walk down Powell, his former Raptor teammate. Russell from outside, Westbrook off the mark.
And he has been shooting the three ball at a super high level here on this 5-game homestand. The previous 5 games over 51%, missing that first one.
Here's Mitchell wide open from deep. Cut the check, he knocks down the 3. And Miami up 3-2, just underway here. 2 minutes gone in the opening quarter.
And Davion Mitchell shooting 39% from deep this season. But as you see, he is not a hot player. No one's running out at him. He does not shoot a high volume of those, but that one wide open, he got it to fall. And Zach LaVine on the other end misses that second.
Here's Norman Powell, a logo 3, walked into it and laces it from deep. Norman Powell is bound for the Eastern Conference All-Star team this year, if there's any basketball justice.
And there is a lot of freedom within this Miami Heat offensive system. And he stepped up and pulled the trigger, as did DeMar DeRozan right there.
DeRozan left in on the front rim. Here's Adebayo working against Renaud. Larson drives it on Achua. Nice step through move for the layup. And Miami out to a 6-point early lead. Davion Mitchell going to pick up Westbrook three-quarter court here. More so token pressure. Achua on the flip action. Inside, lefty jump hook comes off a little bit too strong.
Point lead for them. A much different start to this game. And I think also coming off of last night in Golden State, they've got some things to make up for.
DeRozan a little bit strong. Here's Powell on the break. Pulls another deep 3. That one halfway down and out. Bounce pass to Renaud on the fly. Got it. What a dime drop by Achua. Back out top, Mitchell. They swing it around weak side to Wiggins. Working against DeRozan. Into the corner. And Powell stepped out of bounds. Miami likes to win the first 8.
Brilliant pass there from Precious to Max Renaud. But you're right. I mean, the freedom in their offense. It's quick decisions, snap drives, early shots. That's what they thrive in offensively.
The Noah LaRoche system that he brought to Memphis as well when they played fast. Here's DeRozan. Picked up his dribble. Now Westbrook off the Renaud pick. Great pocket pass. Renaud couldn't get the handle. Got to get it off, and he got blocked by Adebayo. Larson leading the 2-on-1 for the Heat. Wiggins elevates and finishes. There it is. Transition defense going to be so vital and paramount tonight for the Kings. LaVine spins baseline. Great reverse. And LaVine with his second field goal of the ball game. Wiggins on the baseline. Powell lost it. Goes out to Larson. Adebayo drives it. Touches paint. And couldn't finish again. Sacramento has numbers 5 on 4 if they choose. And Westbrook gave it right back to Larson. Adebayo with some room service at the other end. And Miami back up by 6. Adebayo's had a tough time trying to finish at the rim tonight. Just 1 of 4, but well defended by Renault.
Doug Christie kind of giving the signal to Russell Westbrook, hey, let's calm down a little bit, slow it down. Let's make sure we get a good possession on the offensive end this time.
Back to Westbrook, unhesitant on the 3. Nobody got back, and Larson leaks out for the lay. Doug Christie is going to recalibrate the early goings here for Sacramento, who trail by 8 with 6:47. 40% on the season right now from deep. Shot 45% overall last year. So the good news is he's already shot the ball 3 times, converting twice. Sabonis checking into the ball game off the stack pick and roll action. Westbrook out to the wing, and the 3rd turnover of the ball game already for the Kings.
Yeah, the Kings just coughing up the ball, and it has led to some easy points and then transition opportunities for the Heat.
Jovic in the ball game for Miami, as is Jaime Jaquez out of UCLA. Powell left down on the front rim, rebounded by Sacramento. Westbrook in transition, got through the paint into the lane, and the lefty lay is soft and good. Mitchell back in a rush. Nikola Jovic, and Jaquez was the one that appeared to get a hand on it underneath.
Yeah, tipping it in for the second chance opportunity. Now listen, this is a team that is going to give you multiple efforts. Everyone is going to be involved and active. You have to be very disciplined in making sure you're boxing out and getting a body on people.
There's Westbrook into the corner. DeRozan pulls the catch and shoot. Jovic tipped it to Mitchell. Looking to push again on the cross. Fouled by Westbrook, who put 2 hands on him. That'll be sidelined out of bounds as Dennis Schroeder gets ready to come into the ball game for Doug Christie. Quarter. Nate Clifford comes in for DeMar DeRozan, where he was scoreless in 13 minutes. Powell lost the handle. It'll come back the other way. Just the 2nd turnover so far for Eric Spoelstra's Miami Heat. Miami coming into the ball game with a record of 22-21 overall, just 7-14 on the road. Sabonis off the elbow, hands it off to Levine. One more. Clifford on the catch and shoot 3. Pure.
Great sign to see Nate Clifford dropping that one down. He had a brilliant game, and then career high 15 in Miami. Since has surpassed that, but seeing that first shot fall for him, so important.
Jovic off the mark from the corner, loose ball. You know, Nate Clifford has set a couple of goals with Coach Dick Mystery. One of them is
decision, and that really helps as you get comfortable kind of, you know, assimilating to the NBA.
The long 3 is good by Powell, man.
And that's when you've mastered it, right there. That's what it looks like when you've mastered that skill.
Here's Levine off the dribble handoff from Sabonis. Man, do we miss those. He has made it an art form. Back to Clifford, drives the closeout this time. Great pass out to Levine. What a find.
The awareness of Nate Clifford on that. That's something that Doug Christie has talked about since early in training camp as the Heat turn it over. Wiggins loses the handle out of bounds, but Clifford, I thought, could get him after the first dribble, but what he did is he took that 2nd dribble, and that left Zach LaVine wide open on that kick out.
He has an uncanny ability, Katie, to pass off the bounce with the left hand. Nice slot cut by Achua, and that's going to be an offensive foul, says official Ray Acosta.